Hey guys, okay, as the title says, I'm here to tell you all the things that I wish I had known before I started vet school. It is officially the end of my second year. I'm on Christmas break, so I'm halfway through vet school now, and I feel like now is like the perfect time to be able to say like, hey, these are things I wish I would have known the first 2 years. And I'm pretty sure once I graduate, I'll have like this and another version of things I wish I knew about vet school after I get to that last year and the clinical year, my last basic science year. But for now, you know, I still know there's constantly people watching my page, and so I try to help. And I want, you know, whether you're coming to SGU like I'm at, or you're going somewhere else, vet school is vet school. And I want you to be aware of what you're getting yourself into. Speaking of which, I have on my SGU shirt, and it's like really sad because like it says SGU on the back, but like not on the front, and I'm trying to rep my school here. See, it says like SGU, but it like doesn't show it on the front. That's one thing. If you are coming to SU, we have a lot of like fundraisers and stuff all the time, and people will like get together shirts like this. This isn't something from the school. It's something like someone designed and mass shipped it down there. But anyways, without further ado, I'm gonna tell you 8 things that I've kind of put together that I just feel like anyone starting vet school should just be aware of. If you're, considering it, you're on the fence, like these are good things. I'm gonna try to make this short. My GoPro is also not very charged, so hopefully this is just gonna be a quick video. I'll try to keep each thing under 1 minute, so then we should be at like right at 10 minutes. So let's go. Okay, the first thing is the cost. I'm looking down because I have my iPad sitting here and I have it all written out. But the first thing is the cost. Vet school is a lot of money. If you look out and you get into your in-state school, like go to your in-state school. But if you go out of state, if you go out of the country, like vet school is expensive. You're going to be paying a lot of money. And a lot of people get super stressed out about that and just realize that like not most people can pay vet school straight out of pocket. So you're not going to be the only one. But most people that do this, they're not in it for the money. A lot of people think that vets are in it for the money, but they're not. Like we don't make a lot of money like, human physicians do, even like dentists or pharmacists. So just know that like you're not going to be the only one paying all this money, having all of these loans. Like we're in it because we have the love and the passion for animals, and let that just be the reason. Second thing, your learning style is unique to you, and don't get intimidated. Don't let anyone tell you that you're doing it wrong. There are a lot of people that get to vet school and they realize that they don't know how to study well. And then yes, there is room for improvement. For example, at SGU, they have a lot of workshops during your first semester that teach you how to schedule, your day right, and allot time for studying and different study strategies. And I'm sure other schools do too. But if you have something that's working for you and you feel like you're getting the grades you want, you're retaining the information, don't change it. If you like to make multiple choice questions, but your friend likes to make note cards, don't feel like, oh, maybe I should be making note cards. If making multiple choice questions for yourself works, do that. If you're a night studier, but you see that all of your friends are done studying at like 10 o'clock and then they go to sleep and you feel like, oh my gosh, I need to rush, don't. Find what works for you and stick to it. A lot of people don't realize that, but it can really hurt you by trying to like conform to other people's styles. Everyone learns different. And the only thing is you have to find what works for you. Same with taking notes. Someone types their notes, someone writes their notes, someone only studies the PowerPoint. It's the same thing. Find what works for you. That's a big one to drive home. Third, sleep. You need sleep, and it kind of goes with the learning style. Some people think of vet school just like medical school, and they're like, oh, you're not going to sleep for the next 4 years. You need to sleep. And there are some people, that I think can just run. They're little Energizer bunnies, and I think I have a lot of energy. But I need sleep. I rarely ever stay up past 12 or 1 physically studying. If I'm up past 1 o'clock, it's because I'm in the bed and I'm like on my phone, on social media. It's not because I'm studying. Maybe midterms and finals week, but not other than that. Since we've been online, some people are the type that, stay up till 3 and 4 in the morning and study, and then they sleep in till 10 and 11. But if you're in person, or when we're back on the island, if you're interested in coming to SGU, you can't do that. And you just have to balance your time. Like, I'm not going to say you need to go to sleep at midnight, but at some point, whether you're the person that wakes up at the crack of dawn and studies, or if you're the person that doesn't go to lectures so you can sleep then and then you can watch your lectures later, make sure you're putting time in your schedule to sleep. If you're not sleeping and you're not rested, you're not going to be an efficient studier. You're not going to retain as much. You're going to be more stressed. That also goes with the fourth thing. Make sure you account for breaks. You need to take time off of studying. You can't just study one semester, next, next semester next. Like, you need time. And within those semesters, you need breaks. So, you know, on the island, every weekend I always had something to do. Even if it was just going to the beach for 30 minutes. Even before I started dating, like, I would walk to the beach from my house, like, almost several times a week. I would walk my cat for 30 minutes around my property. Just find something to do. If you're in the States, like, go to the mall, go to the movies, go out to eat. Even on the island, like, people went out to the bar club called the Brewery that's down in Grenada. But you need time. And it's one of those things that, again, comes with time management. If you know you have an exam coming up next week, don't go out this weekend. You need to study. But if you know your exam is not for another 2.5 weeks, take this day off. If you have an exam on a Thursday and now it's Thursday, I'm not saying skip class on Friday, but maybe go out Thursday night, because now you know Friday is just Friday. So taking breaks is good for your mental health, and it's very important. Don't forget to do that. Number 5 is imposter syndrome. I'm pretty sure everybody has some level of it. Everyone feels like, oh, they're not good enough. Oh, I'm not going to be successful. Am I in the right field? Like, everyone else around me is doing more. And something I've realized is that everyone has different levels of experience, and that's okay. I have so much small animal experience, but I don't have a lot of large animal experience, but I still have, with my small and minimal large animal experience, more than a lot of my classmates. But then I have a classmate who's has phenomenal large animal experience, probably as much as small animal experience as me, but then she might not have the small animal experience. And then there's people in my class who probably have little to none. They probably got just the bare minimum hours to be accepted into vet school, and that's okay. You're going to learn what you need to do. You get to do externships, and that's what breaks are good for. You can make a relationship with a vet and get more experience, whether it's small animal, large animal, lab work, research, anything. But don't feel like you're inadequate just because of what other people are doing. You're on your own journey, and you have to be responsible for you. And you've worked hard for this. Like, don't let anyone tell you you can't do it. If this is what your heart desires, if this is where you want to be, you want to be a vet, you can do that. 6, grades don't matter anymore. Kind of. If you're going to a state school and you're going to be at, UGA, Auburn, UC Davis, all 4 years, once you're in vet school, doesn't matter. All you need to do is get the grade to pass a class. It's usually like a C. Bam. Whether you're the first person or the last person ranked in your class, you are still going to get that DVM at the end of the day. If you're coming to SUU, it's still kind of the same. You can't get any D's or F's. The only thing for us people in the island schools, grades are kind of how they match you with your clinical year school. So they do still kind of matter. Most people in my class don't care. They know they're going to get placed somewhere. You usually get your top 2 out of 4 schools. You get one or the other. You don't get options, like you get one, and that's where you're going. And grades are the only way for them to kind of, rank people. But even then, most people don't care. It's just kind of one of those things. It is what it is. People still are competitive though. Obviously, people will still have resources. You do hear that, once you're in vet school, everyone's all in this together, big happy family. Like, no, there's people that are still mean. There's people that will have things and they won't share it with the class, but most people want everyone else to succeed. Like, there will be around midterms and finals, people in our class Facebook page will put their whole notes outlines there, because at this point, like, we're not competing anymore. So at this point, you're just trying to get that degree. 7, setting boundaries is okay. Especially now with everything online, it's okay to tell your family, to tell your significant other, like, you don't have the time. It's okay to tell your friends you can't hang out. Like, you're in vet school. If they're not in a graduate level program or in school and they don't really understand, it's hard for them to realize how much work we really have to do, but it's okay. It's not you being mean. It's not you making time for them. Kind of like I said earlier, you make the time to give yourself that mental break, but they have to realize, like, you just don't have all the free time in the world to just do whatever. And that's okay. And finally, the last thing that I would recommend is be the mentor that you wish you had when you first started. As you start vet school and you progress through, whether you're in your 3rd year or now you're helping out a 1st year, or whether now you're out in the world, I'm still not a vet, but I can say this, and I actually saw this mentioned on Instagram and I 100% agree with it. Be the person that you wish you had to ask questions for when you first started. If you found something that was hard for you and now someone else is asking the same question, don't just leave them in the dirt. If you know a resource that you found on your own, share it with people. Like, don't be a butthead just because now you've made it somewhere. There's so many people that you see out in the world, and they've got to a good point in their life and it's like they don't want to help anyone else, even though they were once in that position. So just be mindful of that. Like, share your resources, share your knowledge. That's why I have this page. That's why I have my Instagram. I'm always so open to you guys messaging me and asking me questions. I'm going to be selling my notes soon because people say they would help, and I'm not going to be selfish and just write my notes and say, oh no, you can look at half of them on Instagram, but you can't see, like, you can't use them. No, don't be mean. Don't be rude. Don't be a butt, you know, like, be there for the people that are looking up to you and want this, because I just think about the next generation who are in middle and high school, even elementary school, that are one day going to become vets. And I hope that I can be just as good, if not better, than the mentors I've had that have helped me along the way as well. So to end this, because my GoPro has a slither of a battery and it might turn off, I'm going to end this here. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any other questions, please feel free to comment below. Follow me on Instagram for sure, because I'm always posting on there and everything. It's at thatvetbk. I'm always open, whether you're interested in SGU, St. George's University, or you're interested in any vet school, your application process, where to start, any of that, always feel free to give me, you know, just hit me up. I will be trying to upload a few more videos while I'm on break. I have a few more ideas, and I'm hopefully going back to Grenada next fall, where you're still online, but the borders are open, and so I'm hoping to go down there for a few weeks. And so hopefully I'll be able to give y'all some more Grenada videos. But until next time, stay safe. Happy holidays. I'll probably have another video hopefully before Christmas, but if not, enjoy the holidays and everything. Yeah.